Hello everyone, this is PHTV4. I'm Sue Jankowski and we are here showing you where to go and where to travel on the travel show. And like every month we have Nancy's over there. We have Kathy over here. Kathy Janes is with us today and she's from Class Act Travel. Thanks for coming in again.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it very much.
Oh, we appreciate it because every month we find out some other great place to go and we've got them stacked up. Today we're going to find out a lot of information from Nancy Kerner. Nancy, thanks for coming in today.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
So
I love
nice
to talk about travel.
Oh, we love to hear about it and do it. Nancy is the Director of Sales for the Midwest for Exoticca, and she's going to tell us all about the programs they offer, and you're going to want to look into that because it's, I'll say, relatively new to people, I think.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, well, why don't you tell us a little bit about Exoticca to start with?
Okay, well, Exoticca has been in business since 2013, and they are based in Barcelona, Spain. They were all working all through Europe. They went into Canada, and now they're in the U.S. as well for the last 2 years. They also have other destination places as the UK, Latin America, and Mexico. But as far as our travelers from the U.S., they offer 65 countries, 300 different pre-planned tours for all the clients to choose from. So they have a wide variety, and it's always best to use a travel agent because when you're traveling international, you always need the extra assistance and help with passports, travel information, talk about the country, the culture, everything like that. And the travel agent is your expertise person.
And thank you for that. I appreciate that very much.
Yes,
that's very
because
true.
I mean, if you're going to South Africa or Lima, Peru, or Greece, you need to know all the information about it. And Kathy is one person that you can really talk to about it because we offer so many different tours for our people. Okay, they are pre-planned. We offer escorted, we offer self-guided, we offer private tours, and small groups. So there's something for everyone. And our prices, we came up with the name Exoticca because we go to exotic destinations, but we also go to the European destinations in Asia and Africa. So there is something for everyone.
Okay, I'm just noticing too, you were mentioning that it was founded in 2013 in Barcelona, but also, is it Pere Vallis?
Well, they call him Pere. It's Pere Vallis. And what's interesting, he's the COO of Exoticca now, or CEO, but he lived in Naperville for 11 years. So he understands all of our travel needs. And we were talking about restaurants, so we were comparing the restaurants in Barcelona to the ones in Naperville. So it was really exciting and nice to talk to him.
Well, I think that's really great because he's experienced, our culture. So
Yes,
he knows what people,
exactly right.
Americans would
Yeah.
like to have and expect. So that's another good perk that someone has lived here and knows what we would like to travel in.
Our different ways of traveling compared to Europe.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit different.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like there's something for everyone, which is really great. So I guess what we want to know is with the pre-planned tours, how do we go about it? Do we go think, I really want to do a Mediterranean excursion? Do we start there and ask Kathy, what kind of tours are there? And maybe you could tell us a little bit about that.
I'll be happy to. On our tours, you can work with Kathy and look at our website. We do offer, this is a guide, and this is just a summary of what we have to offer. But again, we offer 300 different tours. So let's say you want to go to Portugal, which is our #1 destination. You can look on the website and pull down Europe and Portugal. There might be 5 or 6 different tours. So it depends on the duration of time you have available and what cities you want to visit. So Kathy can help you with that. Then the next step is after you decide on your destination and your date, you can look at that. Kathy can help you choose what flights you want to fly on. Some people have preferences, United American, or they want to go the fastest way. Then after that portion, then you can actually go into the type of hotel accommodations. We offer 3 categories. They call it Charm, Superior, and Deluxe. There's 3, 4, and 5-star properties. And they will give you a description on the website with location and pictures. Kathy can assist you with that. Because of the area you're going to, you want to, even though we're Americans and we say, oh, we want the European flair, once we get there, you might not want that. So that's why you need the travel agent to guide you and help you with your expectations. Because in Europe the rooms are smaller, they're very nice. We give full breakfast. We give transfers to and from the airport, the full breakfast. We offer sightseeing in every location that you're going, but we also offer optional tours. It depends on how much time the client and what they want to do. Some people want to explore on their own and just visit the beach or visit all the churches. So that way, there's a little more flexibility with Exoticca, and that's what makes us stand apart.
That is really good because, especially I think if you're kind of a first timer in a country, you don't really know what do they do, what's the right thing to do, where should I go. You want to be safe. You want to actually reach out to someone if you're having a problem.
Correct.
You want the tour to be something that feels comfortable. You want someone who speaks English because you don't speak the language 9 times out of 10. You're not speaking the language of the country you're going to. And you have people, like your tour guides do speak English.
Yeah, our tour guides are local guides, which is good because they can really give you the flavor of the country, really great, and talk about the food and the culture and the bars. But they speak English. They're there to help you.
Did you say bars?
Yes, bars. There's a few. And also, we do have an emergency 800 number, so you don't have to worry that you can't get a hold of Kathy. There's an emergency 800 number. And we have what we call the WhatsApp. So when they're all booked, they can download this, and this can help them look at all their accommodations and look at the tours and what dates they're going. So there's 2 ways to protect the client, and they really like that.
So how are we traveling around? Say we're going to Portugal.
Okay.
Are we sticking to one city and we're looking around? Is there are we on a train? Are we on a bus? What are we doing there?
All right, let's just use this, the tour of Portugal. Well, basically, you will arrive, you'll get your transfers to and from the airport. You'll arrive at the hotel. Our first night, we don't have anything planned because of, in case there's flight delays, etc. The next day, your tour guide will meet you at the hotel because it depends if it's escorted or self-guided. Let's just say it's more escorted. Then he will tell you what time that you're going to be meeting for the tour. And then you will meet in the hotel lobby and go on the tour. We use all modern buses, very, very comfortable, just like the U.S. here. You'll go on your tour. They will talk to you about it. And after the tour is over, he can give you recommendations for restaurants or dinner or what else you would like to do that might be exciting and fun. Plus, he'll give you a lot of good insight information about the country. You will be going, we have tours that go to one country and one city, and then we have that go to multiple, like Lisbon and then Porto, and in between go to Fatima. So that would be interesting. And then all the transportation is included and hotels are included with that.
That sounds really great. And it really is great to have that local tour guide who can say, hey, this is a really great restaurant, or you're really going to want to walk down the street, they've got great shops, or whatever, because you don't know when you're there that those are places you as a tourist may want to go to. And
in Lisbon, our tour guide took us to the specialty bakery. They do 10,000 pastries a day, and there's lines. Wow. She had it pre-packaged, so she was able to pick it up, and then we all shared it. So that makes you feel like you're experiencing the country more. Yes. And it was really nice. And they talked about a little bit about the history of the bakery and how long it been in business, and then the bakery goods, and then you're with your other travel companions, so you can all enjoy the area.
That is great. So you can have group travel. I'm noticing that they will secure a departure with a minimum of 2 passengers. Well, that's kind of amazing.
Yes, because our company we guarantee with 2 passengers, so that you don't have to worry that your tour is going to be canceled. That's what's really important as well. Now, as long as we're talking about this, I mentioned we do escorted, we do the self-guided, which would mean you would do the tour on your own and take the trains in Italy and get around on your own. We also do private tours, which are becoming very popular because this is great for extended family trips. So you can be with your whole family of 25, just all of you going together and enjoying yourself. Everybody loves their grandchildren, but they might not love your grandchildren at the moment when they're running around. Okay, so this way it's a private tour. Some people want to come back and have like a nice dinner or play cards. I've also done it for 3 couples who just didn't want to be with the large groups anymore, who they all moved from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., very regimentated. This is a little more relaxed, so the private tours work out very well for the people for all the reasons. A bunch of young gentlemen going, or a bunch of girls going on a girls' trip. What could be more fun than that? And then you just have your own guide, and then you travel along with just your group.
Oh, that sounds like
sounds great.
you just
Yeah.
do whatever,
Yeah.
whatever floats your boat. You
Yeah.
can
Yes.
really just
I
do
mean, there
any
will
of
be
that.
sightseeing
Yeah.
tours, and then you can fill it in with your guide as to what you'd like to do, okay? And then he can give you recommendations and safety tips. But Europe, in Lisbon, Spain, is very safe there. I felt very comfortable. So, but just to go on from there, but that's why we use the local tour guides.
That's a great idea. I see that you go to Italy and Greece. And you know what's nice too, Portugal, the tour that's in this
Yeah.
book, and I'm sure you can do what you want, that's 9 days, but Italy and Greece, 16 days, you know, which is nice because for doing those
Yep,
2
yes.
countries, you might
You
need
need
that
extra
much
time.
time. And
I have,
so on.
A girl now that's going on one of their tours. She's just doing Greece. It's 7 days, and she upgraded the ferries and one other thing, and it was fine. It worked out very well. They were very helpful for me because this is something a little different that we dealt with. We had a good time with it.
Yeah.
And she's excited about going. She's going to be leaving, I think, a couple of days yet.
Well, I don't know if she's going on her own, but I noticed
is.
that
She
you
is.
do solo
Yes.
excursions.
And you know, people, it's also becoming popular that a lot of people are traveling alone. Their friends and family can't go because they can't get off of work, etc. So our prices for single supplements are very affordable, probably the best in the industry. So for people who want to travel single, this is a company that you can really look into, and you could afford to go. And that's what makes it really nice.
Yeah, because so often, if it's not double occupancy, you really are, you know, if you're by yourself, you either have to be with a stranger or
You're paying for 2
a
people.
lot,
You're
which
paying
is,
for 2,
you know,
yeah.
so that's really a nice advantage to this travel list. So, okay, so you talking about the, you know, the infamous bucket list and how people are like, you know, I didn't get to do this, and we've talked about it many times where because of the pandemic, you know, people, you know, didn't get to travel, and now they got to go everywhere right now, and so you can like kind of have that bucket list trip that can be planned between the 2 groups here.
Exactly. Everybody has a bucket list, and what happens is sometimes on the bucket list they have several ideas and choices. With us, with Exoticca, ours make the bucket list trips affordable, and you might be able to go every year on a trip or every other year on a trip, whereas other companies, they're expensive tours, you might only be able to go to one destination. I mean, a lot of people are going to South Africa and Kenya and want to go on the safaris. Ours are very affordable. So that way, then they could also go to Europe the next year and do some sightseeing in that respect. So that's what the bucket list is for, and they're able to do it. Exoticca makes it affordable for them.
Very nice, very nice. And I see, you know, things like Egypt, South Africa, Morocco, Kenya, Zimbabwe. These are places where you're kind of like, well, first I have to go to Italy and Greece and all that. You don't really have to start there. You can start at one of these more really what we think of as exotic because, you know, it's more
It
off
is.
the path for
Yeah,
us.
it is.
And have some great trips there. And it seems a lot of this, I'm seeing the price, and I realize it's kind of a base price, depending on if you wanted to upgrade to here or there or whatever. But it seems very reasonable that people can fulfill that dream of wanting to go to Africa or Egypt. So the company makes this possible.
Exactly. And I wanted to mention that they make it affordable because we have such buying power, and they did great negotiations. That's why our prices are so reasonable. We did over 88,000 passengers last year, and our sales are over $200 million.
Wow.
That's why the girl that I have gone, we picked this because the price was so incredible for the whole trip for them with airfare and everything. It was great.
Yeah.
I couldn't have asked for anything better with the whole thing.
Well, great.
So I really do think their prices beat everybody else's by a lot.
Okay, and you can go so many places. I think Japan is kind of interesting too.
It's funny that you mentioned that. Japan is in our top 10 of destinations, but it's fast approaching. It is so popular now. Everybody wants to go to Japan, and it's expensive once you get there, but we're making it affordable to go. And then, like I mentioned, you can also, as a traveler, work with your travel agent and choose what type of hotel accommodation you want, Charm, Superior, or Deluxe. And then we can, go over that with you. But Japan is a hot destination and is moving up quickly.
Is it really? See,
It really is.
I've been dealing with a lot of Portugal being a top
Very
one.
popular,
Everybody wants
yes.
Portugal.
Yeah.
Portugal's our number one for Exoticca destination. Italy, Spain, Ireland, Iceland is up there.
Yes.
And then, of course, we do have South Africa. Egypt was part of it,
But
but
not
due to
now.
the situation. But we
Not
do
so
a
much,
wonderful
yeah.
Egypt trip. Costa Rica, of course. So, and then Kenya and Zimbabwe. And Greece is there as well. So there's something for everybody and every level.
Well, and I think some of these places that are more unique, we worry about our safety in some of these places. So it's nice to have a touch point where you can contact someone, or you can say, hey, we're going to this city, not that city, or we're taking this tour, not that tour, due to safety reasons, I would think.
Oh, exactly. Safety is our number one concern, and we make sure that all the areas that we go to are, very safe for our clients. And if we have to, we'll move things around for them. We've been doing, quite well, but again, we have a guide with them, and that's what's important as well.
It really is. I mean, that's everything to have the guide. Also, to get off, your jet and think, okay, I'm here. Now what? So that's great to have a guide readily available when you get to your hotel. I love the Charm and Superior and Deluxe, right?
Yes.
I love those categories. That's really great because it gives you a choice. What kind of expenditure you want.
Most companies don't
Yeah,
do that
no.
at all. It's just one.
Here
room
we are.
category.
This is where we
your
are.
room. This is
Yeah.
where you're staying. Where here you can pick, and I think that's very important. I like that idea very much.
It is.
And to pick the airfare.
Oh, that is very
That's another-
important.
yeah,
Because you
that's
can
another
kind
one.
of shop around. What's going to be good for me?
Well, yeah. Do I want
Yeah.
nonstop? Am I okay with connections? That kind of a thing is important too for people.
It really is. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
all pluses.
And also, people can book business in first class. They have to
That's
call
another
the
big thing, yes.
800 number for that quote, because ours are coach, but that is something that can be done.
And that's important because a lot of people these days are asking for that. They want business or first, whichever. That's great that we can do that.
This is a little more tame. Going to Norway and Denmark, which sounds delightful to me. And then you can be really out there and go to the United Arab Emirates or Maldives.
Maldives, yes.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful area to go to, okay? The United Arab Republic is great, and then the Maldives are very popular, and they have the beautiful hotels or huts over the water.
It is magnificent.
So it's a magnificent area, so like we said, we have something for everyone.
Yeah. And I will say, having grown up in the era where, Vietnam was a thing that you didn't want to go to, but now it's a place you do want to go to. My son has been there a couple times, and he cannot say enough about the beauty of Vietnam and how just fascinating it is to be there. So it's just something out of the box you might want to think about sometime.
Well, because we all had a bad taste in our mouth.
did,
Vietnam.
yeah.
When you mentioned Vietnam, everybody just kind of
Like, oh, yeah.
stay away. it's getting much
That's
better.
a long time ago.
It
So,
was.
now
It
it's
was.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people are friendly there. People want to experience the situation and do the sightseeing. But it's a beautiful country. People are friendly to the Americans, so there's a lot to see there.
Yeah. So, I mean, literally anywhere around the world, just about, you can contact Kathy and she'll help you figure that out.
Run away from home.
Is there anything else we want to bring up today, Nancy?
Well, I just wanted to mention on our tours, all of them, they are preset tours, but you can add 3 extra nights at the end of your tour if you want to. You have to do that right away. We offer sightseeing in every city that you're traveling to, but we also offer optional tours. Now, it depends on what you and your travel agent think your mobility issues are, or your sightseeing, or your time frames are. Some people go to the countries and have certain things in mind. So we are very flexible as far as that goes, and we're making travel affordable to all the exotic destinations.
That was
right.
a good.
Yeah, it is good.
That's what it is.
Very good. Well, thanks for coming in today. I mean, this is a great option that you should explore. I think sometimes we go traditional. Well, sometimes you might have a better time, better pricing. If you take something that is well established, but maybe a new name to you. And Kathy can help you with that. And she has now experience with
Exotica.
getting someone on an
Working with
Exotica
them.
trip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
working with
exactly.
them. And they're great.
Kathy, how should they get a hold of you?
Okay, we are Class Act Travel. We are at 6946 West 111th Street in Worth, on the corner of 111th and Worth Avenue. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. If you need later during the week, if you need a Saturday, just call us and I will be able to help you do that. The number is 708-448-6560. Come down and see us. I have one more thing to talk about real fast. There is a program the government offers. It's called STEP, Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. This is free from the government. You sign up for it before your trip. Now, if there's issues in the countries you're at or countries around it, they will notify you of that.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's all free and it's done, and I think that's a great service the government's offering.
Yeah.
And I suggest anybody who's going to be traveling out of the country, sign up for this.
Step.
It's
Easy-
best.
Easy to remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it doesn't cost anything. Besides, it's free from the government. That's the important part.
That's true.
Yeah. So please, okay. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, and I'll just remind you about passports again.
Yes.
Some of my kids have said, "Oh, we got to get our passport." Don't wait. Get your passport. I mean, you
Right.
might be using it. You don't even know you're going to be using it.
It has to be good for 6 months beyond your return date. If it isn't good for 6 months beyond your return date, you're not leaving the States.
Yeah.
So please double check all that stuff as soon as you decide on where you're going. Make sure your expiration date is good for 6 months beyond.
Just good to remember to do that. You
Thank
never
you
know.
for remembering
Well,
that.
now
Thank you.
even if you want to go to Canada, you need your
need
passport.
your passport,
So
yes.
Niagara Falls
For 6 months.
is waiting for you.
That's right. That's right.
Thanks for watching us. We'll be back next month with another great place to travel to. Bye for now.